Hey guys, so we know what the next Zenkai is going to be, and to the surprise of pretty much nobody, it is Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the LF version. So we'll take a look at what it says here on Twitter. Super Saiyan 3 Goku Zenkai Awakening is coming. Combo into Strike, Blast, or Ultimate from Special Arts. Plus get minus 20% to damage taken, plus 50% to key recovery, and nullify downgrades and conditions for the next 30 timer counts by unlocking all unique abilities. So, they didn't really give us much details here. They never really do. The one major thing is they do finally rectify his terrible green card. And that was going to be the one thing I did want to talk about if they didn't mention this in the Twitter post, was his green card is, right now, I would say it's probably like one of, if not the worst green card in the entire game. Basically what it does, take a look at his thing over here, go right down to his green card. Counter will activate upon enemy's Blast Arts attack one fighting pose, so it only works against Blast Arts, doesn't even work against Tap Blasts. Restores your ki by 30 and destroys 2 enemy cards. That's it. And the only thing you can combo it with is the blue card. So it's just like, you would use this character and the green card would just be sitting in your hand for like 30, 40, 50 counts. You would never be able to use it with this character. It just, the only way, like the only reason this existed would be to stall the match. And even then, it doesn't really do such a good job at that, because the opponent has to use a Blast Arts card for you to actually utilize that. But here we go. I mean, people were saying, you know, oh, well, if Frieza's next guaranteed. You know, here we go. Two things I want to just quickly talk about. So we have the events coming out. This one is Hang in There, Kakarot, You Are Number 1. This one was, I think, shown off in the news, yeah, actually this morning. 1 a.m. on the 1st of March, and then we also have this other event which was shown off on the 26th of February, so I don't know why they didn't show them both off at the same time, but it looks like there's going to be 2 separate events that you can actually use to get Z-Power for the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So 2 events is good, you know, 2's better than 1. I'm not really sure how they're going to work just yet. This one looks like the enemy's strength gradually increases with each battle you win. This one appears to be more so like a Rising Battle style type of event, whereas this one, I don't know. I don't know what this is going to be. But on both these event banners, you know, get Legends Limited Super Saiyan 3 Goku upon completion, get Legends Limited Super Saiyan 3 Goku upon completion. So it looks like you'll be able to get him through both of these events, so that's a good way of them sort of promoting this LF Zenkai here. Again, the first time they've ever given out Z-Power for an LF unit in this game for free. So we're going to go and take a look at what this guy does right now, and basically think about what we would want to see them add to his kit, in addition to the monster stat buff he's probably going to get when he gets his Zenkai. By the way, we take a look at the actual character list. Let me go back here. He is not that far down, even to this day. I mean, this guy came out, what was it, like October of 2019 or something like that? No, it wasn't that far back. Yeah, it was. It was October of like 2019, I think, is when he came out. And he's still in the top 3 rows of this list, which is actually pretty impressive. I mean, LF Gohan. Scroll all the way down here to get him. Where is he? Maybe I passed him. I don't know where he is. Maybe I can't find him. Oh, he's over here. I mean, he's down here. This Goku's all the way up here. I mean, in terms of stats, this Goku was like number 1 on this list for a very long time, until like leading up to, actually, yeah, I think until the 2nd anniversary he was the top unit on this list, because this Trunks is yeah, this Trunks and this Goku and then Omega were all part of the 2nd anniversary, yeah, and Merchant Masa as well. So this Goku was the top of this list for almost a full year. It's pretty ridiculous. So stat-wise, he actually doesn't have that bad stats at 14. I mean, looking at 14 stars, but no, not a lot of people have him at 14 stars. But these stats are not bad. Compare him to, I don't know, because he's a range type, right? So I guess we'll pull up Gohan. Again, I don't know if they're going to go as ridiculous as they did with Gohan, because I still think it was a mistake for them to go as hard as they did with him. But this guy jumps to 266 strike, 299 blast. I don't know if they're going to go that big with this Goku. Again, 191 strike defense, 189 blast defense. I mean, he has the highest stats in the game by far. So again, I don't think they're going to do the same thing for this Goku, but you know, his stats are definitely going to go up. I would expect something like 285k blast attack, 270k strike, maybe 180k to both defenses, and that's probably what we're looking at. We could even go ahead and take a look at somebody like LF Piccolo. Let me see if I can get him pulled up as well. Where is he? Sparking yellow. Where's Piccolo? Right here. Untransform Piccolo. Transform Piccolo. I can't even transform on here, never mind. I know him transformed has like 200 and almost 300k. I think he's almost 300k blast. Maybe I'm thinking about it wrong, but anyway, regardless, the fact of the matter is his stats are going to go up a lot. But I don't think they're going to be as ridiculous as this. This is oppressive. So his main ability, draws the ultimate arts card Super Spirit Bomb. He heals for 30% health and gets 20 ki, nullifies own unfavorable element factor for 3 counts, and he gains 50% or minus 50% to enemy sustained damage cut for 30 counts, which is good. I don't really know if they're going to change this too much. The only thing I can really see them doing is maybe they give him a damage buff on this. 30% healing is actually quite good. 20 ki, they get bumped up to like 40 if they wanted to, and then maybe they give him, increases damage done by 30% for 15 counts, something like that. That's all they have to do. This is already a pretty good main ability, I would say. Maybe reduce the requirements. Maybe reduce this to 20 counts. The first unique ability is Fate Rests on this battle. 40% of damage inflicted when battle begins cannot be cancelled, which is nice. Applies the following effects to self once 40 counts have elapsed from battle start. -5 to strike and blast, increases arts card draws below 1 level, and then reduces damage by 20%. Let's just go back and see what they say here. Yeah, so okay. His other unique abilities looks like they're going to have damage cut built into that for the first 30 counts. So what that's telling me is they're going to probably reduce this from 40 to 30. I still don't like the fact that they're locking this away. 30 is still a long time. I would probably want this to drop to something like 20. If this is 20 counts, this would be a lot more bearable. But 30, I could maybe. 40 is just way too long. This 40 counts you almost never see until the match has already been like decided almost. So the fact that he's getting all these things from for the first 30 counts of the battle tells me that it's probably going to drop to 30, but we'll have to see. I don't think they're actually going to change any of this because these buffs are actually quite good. The only thing, this damage reduced should be 30%, but card draw speed's really good. Obviously, this is good. These two things together in combination are good. So the only bad part about this is the fact that it's locked behind 40 counts. That's just way too long. And the second unique is Thank You Dragon Ball. Receives 0 damage when changing cover for the first time. So this is the its cover rescue ability. Gets +3 sub count. It's fine. While this character is on the battlefield, the following effects are applied to self when enemy switches characters. +20% of damage inflicted for 15 counts. 10% ultimate damage inflicted cannot be cancelled. This is a permanent buff, by the way. This stacks forever as long as your opponent's switching out. And then you gain 1 Dragon Ball. This is only 1 time though. In terms of how they can change this, I mean, I guess they just buffed this, the damage inflicted. You know what would be the craziest thing they could do with this? I don't think they would do this, but the craziest thing they could do for this is they just make this a permanent buff as well. And they make it can't be cancelled. Every time your enemy switches, you just get 20% damage inflicted permanently. In all realism, though, I think they're probably should bump this up to like 25 counts instead of 15. They could do 20. Maybe they do 25% for 20 counts. That's probably what they're going to do. And maybe they bump this up to 15% ultimate damage inflicted instead of 10%. But I don't really see either one of these really changing that much. This is the big thing. Like, locking card draw speed and the cost reduction behind a 40 timer count wall is just absurd. It's just way too bad. His special move, Super Kamehameha, does major impact damage, reduces enemy ki by 40. Maybe make this massive, and then make this reduce enemy ki by 50. That's pretty much all they have to do there. Special skill is, again, this is a really, really, really bad special skill. We already know that they're going to change this to be able to combo with a Strike Blast or Ultimate, which is pretty good. So I guess in addition to that, what else could they do? Maybe have it activate upon enemies' blast arts or tap attack from a tap blast attack, and then maybe restore more than 30 ki. I'd say maybe restore 50 ki. That'd be a lot better. Destroying 2 cards, I don't see that changing. And the ultimate deals massive explode damage, applies the following effects to self upon activation. 50% ultimate damage inflicted for 3 timer counts, and then nullifies enemies if store health when reaches 0, so nullifies endurance and blast armor. So, what does Gohan have on his ultimate? He has 50% as well. Yeah, I don't really know if they're going to change it. I think this is fine, because he already gets the neutral typing on main ability. So I think leaving this as it is probably okay. They don't really have to change this. So the fruit of this guy's Zenkai is going to be what his stats end up being, and then also what his 2 unique abilities that he's getting from the Zenkai boost are going to be. In terms of what this guy actually needs, he needs more damage. That's just straight up what he needs. He just needs more damage. So I think a unique ability like, actually this is perfect, like this. Like if they just gave him this, that would be it. Like he'd be okay, he'd be good. Restores 40 ki when you switch in, and then he gets 40% damage inflicted for 20 counts. It's very, very simple, and it's very, very vanilla, but it's what he needs. So stuff like that is what I'm looking for here. And then in terms of what his Zenkai ability is going to be, he buffs Saiyans. We could be seeing a green Saiyan Zenkai ability for this guy, which is actually pretty good because we don't really have to. Green is such an underrepresented Zenkai color. Let's go to tags Zenkai. So we have Broly, Boo, Beerus, Gotenks, and 16. Yeah, we don't have any, like, you know, Broly's the only Saiyan-based green Zenkai, but he's buffing movies, obviously. By the way, we only have 3 purple Zenkais in the game. It's pretty outrageous. But yeah, I think it's either obviously going to be Green Sun Family, which I hope not, or Green Saiyans. Green Saiyans just makes for a much more flexibility in terms of the teams that you could build with that. So that's probably what we're looking at here, but that's pretty much all we have. This is pretty predictable based on the events previews that we got in the news. Let me know down below what you guys think about this, and I will see you all in the next one.